Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I am a hot messy mama. Today I'm so excited because I am doing a full face of my favorite influencers brand, that is VIEVE from GENEVIEVE. I have my full face here, including the new cream bronzer I'm super excited to play with. So if you want to see me do a full face of VIEVE and play with some of the newer products as well, please keep watching. Okay, as with just about every video I film, I'm gonna start with my primer, which of course is my favorite, Skin Nova. This is the XXL size. They do have a smaller version. I will put the prices and product names on the screen somewhere, probably right down here or right up there, depending on my editing mood. But I adore this. It's not inexpensive. VIEVE is not a drugstore brand or even an affordable brand by any means. They probably, I would put them in like the ultra prestige category or Sephora on the higher mid tier. They're not, you know, super luxury, although the packaging would say otherwise because they absolutely kill it. But it is, the pricing is appropriate for what you get, for the quality, the packaging, and the brains behind the brand. You really are getting your money's worth. So that's my favorite primer. I use it every single time. It's moisturizing, has a little bit of glow, and it's hydrating. Like, you can feel the moisture in your skin, like a drink of water, if you will. I'm gonna do kind of an underpainting technique because VIEVE doesn't have a foundation, so I'm gonna use the concealer in a couple different shades, and I think I'm gonna go in with the cream bronzer underneath. As much as I wanna know, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm actually gonna start with a little bit of Skin Dew. I love to mix Skin Dew and the liquid blush balms, which are also stunning. Okay, this is the worst part of the packaging for Skin Dew. It's the only one that has this little black, I mean, yes, it does have flat sides, which is nice. It does help to be able to turn it. If you notice, it's got like an octagon shaped lid, so it is easier to grasp, but it's still kind of small, and if you have any sort of dexterity issues, it can be rather cumbersome, for lack of a better term. So I'm gonna take this with a Paw Paw sponge. I'm gonna saturate it, but I'm gonna spritz it with a little bit of the Caudalie Beauty Elixir just to get a little bit of moisture on there. Take it right on the sponge from the back of my hand and put it right on the high points under my brow. I'm really working it into the sponge, by the way. Down the nose, tiny bit in the center. I'm using it kind of how I would use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter or the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. But see, it leaves a really pretty sheen that doesn't super enhance texture or anything. So that is the Skin Dew. Now, the big new guy. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. I have every launch VIEVE has put out, and I don't think I've been the blush balm I was super excited for, but this cream bronzer, the packaging, okay, so this kind of looks like a film, like a camera lens cap, which I think is kind of fun nod to her YouTube career and beginnings, and it's got VIEVE embossed on there. And then I did swatch it already. It's super creamy. You can see the glisten of how creamy that is. This is the medium shade. It's a frosted plastic tub, which is fine. It doesn't need to be glass or anything. I mean, the Chanel one is plastic. Come on, people. And And it's got, the one thing I do love about VIEVE packaging, you can almost always read the label on the bottom. Here's a lipstick to give you an idea. How many times do you have to squint to see the lipstick label? Like, that's pretty big. And I need reading glasses for almost everything that says VIEVE, by the way. All right, so yeah, so here's the, and I've got already some swatches on my hand, I apologize. But this down here is the cream bronzer. Go ahead and apply it. I'm going to use the VIEVE 117 foundation brush. Jamie made these brushes with Smith Cosmetics. They're beautiful wooden handles. The golden, where is it? Gold writing. Nice bristles. So, and this one is almost angled like a wedge brush. I don't know if you can see that, but, and I don't know if it came that way or if I just happened to use it that way, but anyway, okay. So I'm gonna take some and I'm gonna dab a little just to see how it, okay, yeah, so it comes out pretty pigmented. All right, so now don't forget, I am gonna be putting my concealer on top of this lightly, kind of blending them in. Almost in a, like, no foundation. Well, it literally is gonna be no foundation, but I'm not doing full underpainting. I'm doing kind of no makeup, sort of nod to the latte look. Super bronzy. Okay. This is absolutely beautiful. It's got just a hint of sheen, so where it looks natural on the skin. I'm pretty tan right now. I may have needed to get the light. I might get the light as well. This medium is pretty deep on me, but since I'm gonna be putting some coverage on top, I think I'll be okay. If I were to put this straight on top, I would need to go in with a much lighter hand than I did. I learned this trick from Jamie, taking your bronzer and giving that kind of raised foxy eye effect. A little bit down the sides of my nose with just what's left on the brush. I have not added any more underneath because my nose is way too long and way too big for my likings. And then a little bit down on my jaw. It goes really far. Look how much it's blending and going. Look how far it's going, but there's still pigment. Yeah, that's really, really lovely. And you can still see the skin dew shining through as well. But yeah, oh, this is lovely. It looks like skin. You know what? It's very smoothing. Let me zoom you in a little. Look how smoothed out my skin looks over here, as opposed to like right here where there's not. That's beautiful. I mean, not that I would expect any less from Jamie Genevieve and the VIEVE team, the whole VIEVE team, Charlotte and all of them. Okay. I'm gonna take a little more on my lids because I don't want to stop playing with it. It's so pretty. Okay, let me put the lid back on if I can find it. Okay, I'm now gonna go in with concealer. I have the shades Light 3 and Medium 1. And remember how I was saying, look how easy it is to read those shades. I mean, are you kidding? Again, with the packaging, the gold, tons of fingerprints because I use these all the time. And again, it's the Modern Radiance Concealer. Is that right side up? Yeah, Modern Radiance Concealer. Love these. So I'm gonna put shade Light 3 under my eyes. I did go in beforehand, before the Skin Nova with my, of course, favorite BeautyBio under eye treatment, which smooths and brightens. I'm not gonna take a ton of this. It does not take a lot. It's got really beautiful coverage. It's pretty smoothing as well. So I'm gonna take this shade in my lighter areas bit right here. And then I'm gonna take the shade medium 1. It's not much darker, but just a little bit darker. And I'm gonna lightly dot that in just a couple places. Let's see how we get on with that. The Rare Beauty foundation brush to kind of stipple this in the spots where I'm not going over the bronzer. I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just going much lighter with my pressure as I bring the concealer up over the bronzer area. With most concealers, I do take my finger and tap a little. Because I am 42, I've got fairly loose skin under my eyes, so it tends to look a little more textured until my makeup is set in after a couple minutes. So even though it'll look a little bit crepey under there, I never worry about it because I know it will not stay that way. I'm also gonna take the back side that doesn't have the skin dew and just give a little bit of moisture under there. Because remember, this had the Caudalie setting. I think that looks pretty good. That's a beautiful base. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Like just a little bit of mascara, brows, and lip gloss, and like, psh, no makeup, you're good to go. And that was fast, right? All right, you know what? I'm gonna keep you fairly zoomed in for the rest. I am going to now set just under my eyes with the best powder for wrinkles and fine lines and texture. This is the Modern Powder Perfector, and I have the shade Light. I ordered it back up, and unfortunately I ordered it with the bronzer, but it broke in shipment, so they are sending me another one. It's already on its way because their customer service is amazing. But yeah, I hit pan because I use this almost every time I do my makeup, just like the Skin Nova. So I'm just gonna set right under my eyes. This is the most beautiful powder. It basically, here, you'll see these forehead wrinkles? Like magic, they're gone. Now that I'm a little more tan, I might need to also get a medium shade. Now that I'm looking, it's a little bright. It's definitely brightening. There is pigment in this powder. It has multiple shades because there is some pigment, but that's beautiful. I'm gonna set my eyelids a little bit because I am gonna go in with some eye wands, I think. Welcome back. Brows are done. Lashes are done. Again, I'm wearing the Give Can't Stop Staring on my lashes. Wild Breakup Proof in black. I've got that in my tight line. And again, the Benefit Precisely My Brow and 24-hour brow set. So let's put a little bit of highlight on the inner corner and the tip of the nose. We do still have, as you can see, some of this skin dew shining through. I'll be honest with you, it's actually been a couple hours. I had to go and run a couple errands, but I do want to show you how pretty. Under here, the Solar Bronze shade of the eye wands. You can just see the a little bit of shimmer poking through, and I think it looks so pretty. Also, everything else is wearing beautifully. The under eyes look good and smooth. So yeah, we're gonna go in and do our lip and pretend like no time has passed. Okay, oh, not just the lip, we're gonna do a highlight. So as I mentioned, I don't like their original highlight formula that much, but she did improve upon it and did, over the summer they came out with these. This was the first debut of the packaging, the gold packaging with the fluting, for lack of a better term. There's two versions of this. There's a Dusk and a Dawn. I don't think they're available anymore, but I'm gonna take the highlight from this on my inner corner. And it's a little deeper. This is the Dusk. Yeah, I think the Dawn is the lighter one, but I'll be honest, I don't know where it is and I'm not digging it out. But this will work just fine, just to give us a hint of brightness. And I think it's gonna be too deep for my nose, but we'll see. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's cute. I forget how much I like these palettes. Yeah, and honestly, I haven't reached for the double bronzer in a while because of the bronzer in here. And now that I have a cream bronzer, I will be reaching for that from Jamie. Oh, from VIEVE. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to sell the rest of the team short, but you know, it is called VIEVE, so we know why. I'm gonna go in with a little more Sorbet. Since it's been a little while. Bring that up just a little bit. Not really latte eyes, but latte inspired eyes. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually take a little more of that highlight. I am gonna take some of the highlight, the powder highlight from the Dusk palette and just brush it over where I did the Sorbet shade. And I'm gonna take some of this orangey, rusty bronze shade. That's a blush, and do that as my final top. So now I've got a little bit of the pink from Sorbet, a little bit of the highlight, and then a little bit of this rusty orange shade on top. And the blend is just summery terracotta heaven. I probably could have done just Piazza and gotten this look, but I like to layer. I like to layer. I love makeup. I don't ever want to stop putting things on. So I usually end up going ham when I don't need to, but I'm sorry. It's for me. And it's what I like. So let's go in with a lip liner. I've got a bunch of her lip liners, but I'm going to probably use Velvet Sands. Jamie's lip liner formula is beautiful. It's creamy but not slick, like it's not gonna slide around. And it's got pretty decent longevity. All right. So that's Velvet Sands, and then I'm gonna go in with a tiny, tiny bit of Bark, which is a little bit darker, right here. See, just right there, it gives me a little more shadow, plumped up my bottom lip, and I'm gonna do the same thing right here. Right at the Cupid's bow. Makes it more pronounced right there in the middle, and then over here, just in the corner. See, it kind of darkens it here and up here, so it looks like more of a shadow. And it makes my lips look bigger. All right, so that was Velvet Sands and Bark. And then I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite new products from VIEVE, which are Satin Slip Lip Sticks. They are creamy. I've got 3 shades. I'm gonna go in with Kink. You know what, first actually, I might go in with one of her matte lipsticks. There's so many beautiful ones. I've got the more pinky ones that came out with the Muse palette. By the way, if you want to see a full roundup of VIEVE products and swatches of all the palettes, I've got all 3 of the larger palettes and 2 of the Soul Shadow palettes. I've got a ton of the lipstick shades, all of the powder blushes, all of the blush balms. So if you want to see kind of a roundup of everything I have and swatches, let me know down below. This is Promise, which is very pinky. It's pretty. It came out with the Muse palette, very rose shade. I guess is Deity, which is the more pinky neutral that also came out with the Muse. So Promise on top, Deity on the bottom. They're pretty similar. I just realized my light's not on. Fudge! All this time I've been filming without a light. Holy cow. I can't believe I left that light off. Dang. So, I'm gonna do... You know what? Let's go in with Brat first, which is this super neutral, just beautiful shade. I have it in both packages, but this is the 90s leopard packaging. Again, with the VIEVE packaging, I mean, can you... It's, first of all, it's magnetic, gold with leopard print. The traditional packaging is this sort of textured leatherette with, again, the gold accents, magnetic, and very easy to read shade on the bottom, the VIEVE V on the top. I can't eat, like, their packaging is just stunning. This is the shade VIEVE, which is a beautiful new, I'm not gonna swatch them all, but you know what, that's, so VIEVE is much lighter than Brat. Brat is on the outside and VIEVE is on the inside, the lighter one. So I'm gonna put Brat first on the outer edges and everywhere. And the matte formula is so comfortable. It's so, again with that word, creamy, but it's a comfortable creamy. It's not gonna slip around, obviously. I'm gonna do VIEVE in the middle, but I'm gonna go in with the shade Silk Sheets in the Satin Slip Lipstick. This is the lightest shade I have, but it's the second lightest. It's a little more pink than Brat. It's actually very close to Deity, the shade Deity. Okay, so this is Silk Sheets in the Satin Slip, and this is Deity in the matte formula. Very similar shades. Different formulas, of course. So, there's the lip. I'm gonna top it with just, it looks so pretty as is, but I'm gonna go in with a little bit of lip dew because I can't help myself. This is the shade Pesca. I should be using the original with the gold glitter, but that's the one I like the least because you can feel the glitter. The lip dew formula is lovely. Again, this is the shade Pesca. I'm gonna do a quick spritz with All-Nighter, one of Jamie's favorites. I'm willing to bet VIEVE is gonna have a setting spray coming out very soon. They're banging out the launches left and right, and every single one is killer. They've got their shit together. They're so talented. They're such a fun group of people, like all their Instagram and Reels and TikToks and everything are so fun. If I lived in London, I would really want to work there. This is your full face of VIEVE. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The new cream bronzer is, I don't expect any less. I feel like a broken record, but seriously, it's beautiful. All of the products, the under eye setting powder, the Modern Powder Perfector is my holy grail. I love the Givenchy, but it's not practical to take with you. But like my forehead lines are still, I applied it hours ago and they're still pretty camouflaged, if you will. So I thank you so much for watching. I'm obsessed with VIEVE. The new cream bronzer is amazing. The concealer is amazing. The powder bronzer is amazing. The blush balms, all of it. I know she's working on a mascara. We see her using it all the time. I'm really excited to try it and keep continuing to try all their new launches. The lipsticks, she cannot do any wrong. Her baby is the most beautiful baby other than mine, let's be honest. But no, Romy is absolutely stunning. Jack and Jamie are just the most beautiful, lovely humans. I know I've never met them, but you can tell, like you can just tell people who are good souls. It's so clear. The dedication, hard work, the love they put into everything they produce is just, it's lovely. And I could not be happier to have found such a community to belong to. I am a VIEVE muse. I love everything they put out, and I can't wait to keep trying all the new releases. Their success is so well deserved, and I can't wait to see what future products they release, what the future holds for the VIEVE team and me. Yeah, if you like this kind of content, if you like full face of one brand, trying new makeup, over 40, beauty, I am 42 and a single mom. Please subscribe, like, share, all the things. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.